Bright lights sitting gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Rebels will put toe to leather and we'll get started. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Bright lights city gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got...
Right there, we can do it.
Here comes the offense on first down. Power football with the run. Ball is free. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
Man, in all the...
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. And I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. After missing that 46-yard field goal attempt, they'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 29. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
Using the quick game. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire playbook.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers and now understanding zone.
Just plowing down the field. He's got 50 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And just under half a minute to go before the break. They'll take over first and 10. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That's reeled in. It's Fernandez. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. One more snap coming before halftime. Turning to the running game on first and goal. And they'll just play it safe with the run right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas.
The Rebels will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fair catch called for. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman of being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves.
Afterburners coming. The tag. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. To the air, it's O'Neal. He's got it. And first down here for the offense. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Third down conversions are a huge step. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. He gets a block. Excellent coverage that time. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll leave it with the lone back. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Oh, look out, the ball's free. And the defense has got it in there trying to pick up some yards. All by himself down the middle. First down for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Stopped after making the catch. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. It's Fernandez. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. He wants to throw it again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm. And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Finds his big tight end. And he strides his way into the end. A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. The sure hands, it's Fernandez.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's going to pass. Finds his tight end. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. A new set of downs after the completion.
42 Spire.
Going up top on first down. Finds the tight end. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man quickly. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense.
Just steamrolling the defense. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a into the end zone he goes. Touchdown! First play of the first possession of OT. On the ground, it's Fernandez. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, trying to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
And that's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. He's got him, and they convert. Touchdown, Rebel! Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Back to pass, it's O'Neal. Fires to the big fella. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, UNLV. Got it in for one. It always comes down to a few key plays in a game like this, but to lose in overtime, just an absolute kick in the gut.
It's a kick in the gut, and you remember those exact plays, Reese. The things I could have done a little bit better, or the ball could have bounced my way.
You might not know the word emaw, but they do in Manhattan, Kansas. It means every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child is a Wildcat and loves Kansas State. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visit. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the running back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First down to start the drive after the break. Single back formation, and they give it to him. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. Fires to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first down.
He is smashing people. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. And he takes it to the house. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. The give. At the 35, he's loose.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
They'll leave it with him. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
On the run, it's Fernandez. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UNLV!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They want that clock to run. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Here's the handoff. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Handoff to the single running back. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To throw, it's O'Neal. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. Pass to 30. The tag. Touchdown, Wildcats. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. It is one thing to come up. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
Quickly out to the tight end.
You're seeing a lot of confidence out of this quarterback now. 3 for 3 on this 2-minute drive. He understands that he needs to step up if his team's going to win this game, and he's playing his best football right now.
There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The short hands, it's Fernandez. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Back to pass, it's O'Neal. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you...
Touchdown, Rebels! And inside a minute to go. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of time those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people. And you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. And this team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire... Bright lights city, gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis.
Ready?
Offense set on first down. The give to the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on, so they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Working the middle, it's complete. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's the give off the left side. At the 35, he's got room. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, you. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this.
Just plowing ahead. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Rebels have pushed it inside the 20. Running the red zone, it's Fernandez. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Snags it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They'll immediately call timeout. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Working that left side now. And he will score! Touchdown, Rebels!
And how about the aggressiveness? This coach says, I'm going for it. We're going to put 6 on the board, time ticking down.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Fernandez. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the ball.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown! The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David, if they can add to it on this drive. Oh, it's a fumble. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. And they'll get him down after a solid... Offense getting set for first down. To the air, it's O'Neal. Got room at the 35. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Buys a little time. Escapes the sack. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Finds his tight end. Still running at the 40. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. On 1st and 10 from the 38. They're going to throw it again. Finds the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Grab near the marker. It's Fernandez. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Grabs it in the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. Touchdown, Rebel! Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.